Tommy with Elevation Every Weekend. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I bought a new, to me, Jeep Wrangler. It's a 2016 Rubicon in the Hard Rock Edition. Just for some background, I have a long history with Jeep Wranglers. My first Jeep was a 2000 TJ Sport soft top, which I drove and wheeled around the country and used it as a daily driver. After owning that for about 5 years, I bought a brand new 2007 JK when they first came out, and it was more of a base model X edition. It had a few options including the hardtop, and I also used that as a daily driver and drove and wheeled it all over the country as well. After moving to Colorado in 2011, I eventually traded in that 2007 with about 100,000 miles on a 2016 Willis edition, which I had for about 2.5 years until I eventually traded it in on my 2018 Toyota Tacoma, which I still have and love. But over the last year, I've been really starting to think about getting back in a Jeep Wrangler just for fun and looking for something used. All of my prior Jeep Wranglers were 2-doors, and initially when I started the search, I was looking for another 2-door as well, but they turned out to be few and far between, at least the ones that met my criteria for what I wanted and the condition I wanted. So I did expand my search and start looking for 4-door Unlimiteds, and I eventually found this one. And after test driving it, I really liked it. It seemed to check all the boxes, so I took the plunge. So for starters, I'm just going to run through the specs of this Jeep. Because it is a Rubicon, it has the Dana 44 front axle, the sway bar disconnect, and front and rear locking differentials. And while I was open to another Willys package Jeep, ideally I really did want the capability of the Rubicon, so I'm glad that's what I found. Because this is the Hard Rock package, it does have some other upgrades beyond the regular Rubicon. It has factory steel bumpers, front and rear. The side rock sliders are more robust than the standard Rubicon. And it has unique wheels and some other appearance package type things unique to the Hard Rock. The drivetrain has the ubiquitous 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 and a 5-speed automatic transmission. I had this same combo on my prior 2016 Willis edition, and I always found that it was a very solid performing combination for a Jeep, even at elevation in Colorado. This Jeep is pretty much loaded otherwise. As you can see, it has the hardtop, and it does have the insulation inside. It has the Infinity stereo system, which was something I had on my prior 2016 and I wanted it again. And this has leather seats, which are heated in the front. There are 2 options that this Jeep didn't have that I would have preferred to have had. The first one is the factory LED headlights, and that's because the stock Wrangler halogen lights are terrible. So bad I can't believe they're legal, but that's what it has. And this Jeep does have the 3.73 final drive axle ratio, which in later years was something that became optional on the Rubicon instead of the, in my opinion, more desirable 4:10 ratio. As you can see in the B-roll video, I bought this Jeep with some truly awful street tires on it, which was obviously one of the first things I upgraded. I went to a stock size set of BFG KO2s. Fortunately, this Jeep did have the tow package, which is something I really did want to support the use of my hitch mount bike rack, because I really do want to use this Jeep to get to some of those more difficult backcountry trailheads, so I'll definitely be using it for that. But because it is the longer Unlimited, I actually can fold down the back seat because they actually fold down quite flat, and I can easily stuff one of my mountain bikes in the back if I want to do that, which definitely has proven convenient. And another benefit to getting the Unlimited and having the seats that do fold pretty much flat is I could use it for an overnighter and car camp in it, so that's definitely a bonus. Now regarding some of the overall details on this Jeep that helped persuade me to buy it, looking at this Jeep's history, has always been owned in Colorado, so it doesn't have any rust belt salt exposure, and it is super clean and rust-free underneath. It had just over 63,000 miles when I bought it, and the AC blows ice cold. It has a completely clean Carfax and a really good robust dealer service history, so that was good to know. They actually had the brakes done just before it was placed for sale. Based on the completely clean skid plates and undercarriage, I don't think this Jeep has seen any serious off-road action, other than some very minor hail damage in the hood and a couple other minor scrapes and dings on the bumpers. The Jeep is very clean and in good condition overall. Prior owners were obviously non-smokers because the interior doesn't smell weird, and the seats and all the touch points are in very good condition. As it stands now, I have just over 1,000 miles on it since I bought it, and I do plan to start working it into my channel here and there, especially as I do some mods to it and get it out in the Rocky Mountain backcountry for some fun. I can see doing some jeeping and off-roading in conjunction with my mountain bike and fat bike riding, so definitely stay tuned for that. If you are a Jeep person and find this interesting, definitely consider subscribing to follow along, as there's lots more to come regarding upgrades and activities. And also, and this is a bit of a teaser, although I do still really feel this is a good, clean, solid Jeep overall, it has not been without mechanical problems early on, but I have more to come on that very soon. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your experiences with Jeeps, drop those down in the comments down below. And if you found this video interesting or useful, drop a like down below. It really helps out the channel. And in my next Jeep video, I'm going to show you the very first absolutely essential Jeep mod I bought for this, even before the tires. So stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot and have a great day.